Okay, Excel superstars. So I've started a new blank document in Excel and I just typed in these numbers. So why don't you go ahead and pause the video and type these numbers in. Now you'll notice like right here in cell B4, I typed in 1.50. Well, it got rid of the zeros. It's always going to put the zeros at the end. You do have to type the decimals. Do not type the commas. And what we're getting ready to do here, these are numbers. So we have two kinds of cells here. We have labels and we have numbers, or they're also called values. Okay, so, and then technically there's formulas, but those are kind of doing stuff with values too, or numbers. So here we go. What I do is I type in all my numbers first, and then I want to do my formatting. So I'm going to highlight these by clicking and dragging, and I've got my little highlighting tool there. And when I go over here to number, you can see there's all these different types of formats. I can do my $sign, and you should pause and look at that. And look, I have the little dollars there. I can do percentages, and see when you click dollar, you can see there's even other kind of dollars if you want to do other dollars in other countries. You got your percentage, and see there's no decimals or anything in those, but you can change that. There's commas. See, I've got the little commas, so it puts in the commas for you. Now, say I wanted commas, but I actually wanted to show more decimals. See this button right here? This increases decimal. And then look, if I decrease the decimal, look at what it does. It actually rounds it for you. Now, I can tell that it hasn't lost that number because when I click here, it actually shows up here. So Excel does not lose those numbers for you. So this is how you do your number formatting. Now, if I was going to format other things, let me put my full name, Victoria Davis. Sometimes students will try to type Victoria in cell A1 and then Davis in B1. And that's not what you do. It runs across there. Now, if I come over here and I type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, see, now it's hid it. Now, it didn't delete it. See, if I put my active cell at A1, it's still there. It's not hidden. It's just, well, it's not deleted. It's just hidden. So, say I want that to show, I can click right in between, and I have this new kind of arrow. Yesterday we talked about the new arrow. This is the resizing arrow. And I can click right here, and I can highlight it and drag it and make it a little bit bigger. Now, there are a lot of formats you can do, your bold and your italics, and you can do underline, but I wouldn't really do that. You've even got, I can make it red, or I can change my colors. This is what color to cause the cell to be. And then I've got some alignment stuff that I can do. I can even flip it and make it go sideways. So do familiarize yourself with all the different things that you can do. There's also something really cool that I love. Always know that you can undo anything that you do and go back to the very, very beginning, because you've got undo and you've got redo. So I can even redo that. And that's in all of those Excel programs that you have. Now there's another one that's very, very useful called, these are the merge, and that's probably the merge across cells. And there's also one called wrap text. So if I really had to keep it short, but I wanted it to wrap, I could hit wrap text and see that'll actually do it like that. So there's your basic formatting. And again, when you type a letter, a letter will make it into what we call a label, and numbers make it into what we call values. And we can also do formulas. Now, one little trick, say I wanted to format this and I didn't want it to be a number. If I put an apostrophe in the front, it always turns a number into a label, and you can see the little bitty box at the top left that did that. Okay, hope you've learned a little bit about formatting today. So let's review our essential questions for this. We covered the two types of cells, labels, which is your letters or your text, and your values. We also talked about how to format both labels and values and how to do that, and I hope you stopped it and practiced. We learned about the resizing arrow, which is just looks a little bit like that. I hope you draw it a little better than I do. And then when should you format? We type all those numbers in and then we format. Now there's some auto formatting tools in there, but we usually wait and do that after we learn the long way so that we can know how to master Excel.